Hey, this is Mike from Junkyard Crafts and Builds, and today we're going to do an Impressions Super 7 Ultimates G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Elite Commando. Now, I picked this figure up at my favorite toy store here locally, All Time Toys in Sykesville, Maryland. Jason and the crew are awesome, so if you're in the DMV area, go check them out, or go check out their website. Link to the website is in the description. I can't recommend it highly enough. So let's go ahead and look at this figure. So we have this stylized slipcover over top of him. G.I. Joe embossed on the back. So that's cool, but let's look at the inside. And here is Snake Eyes in package. So you can see we got a bunch of a variety of accessories, including timber. Looks cool. Window box. There in the back we have his bio. You can pause and check that out if you want. Now again, this is how he appeared in the miniseries, the first episodes of the G.I. Joe cartoon. Looks great. Let's get him out of the package. And here's Super 7 Snake Eyes out of his package with all of his accessories. That this is the first time we see Snake Eyes is in that miniseries cartoon where he's actually dressed up in this purplish black garb. But let's go ahead and work our way through the accessories first. And we'll go ahead and start with Snake Eyes hand accessories. As you can see on him, he comes with the default kind of slightly open hands for gripping items or holding items. He comes with a right and left trigger finger hand. He also comes with a left and right wider cradling hand. Finally, Snake Eyes comes with a right and left fist hand. And all these hands come with a in and out hinge movement with wrist rotation, and they come out very, very easily. So some people might not like that. They might be too loose for them, and they pop in just like that. Again, in and out. Next, we get that iconic G.I. Joe rifle, and it has like this tan mold with some highlights in like a darker gray here on the grip, at the back of the stock, and here at the muzzle. Looks nice enough, and definitely looks like it's something from the cartoon. And he can hold it fairly easily in his hand because these fingers are soft. There he is to shoot his lasers. We also get this other laser pistol, a simple black plastic, but the sculpt's unique enough and different. It's pretty neat. And like before, it slides in his hand fairly easily because of how pliable his fingers are. We also get this walkie-talkie in the mini-series to communicate with Scarlet when he's in the mountains with the radioactive crystals. It's set for 802. It's black plastic with like these tampographed images on here and this little red button in the center. And he can hold it well enough in his gripping hand. The next accessory we have is this purple jetpack, and these straps are pretty pliable and movable, and they can easily go on his back here. You just gotta, and there he is with his jetpack on, ready to fly off. There it is from the back. Looks pretty good. The next accessory we have is the container that held the radioactive crystals from the miniseries. It's got a Cobra symbol tampographed on the one side here. And with his wider grip hands, he can cradle the container. And as the radioactive crystals slowly debilitated him, he meets his final accessory and his closest friend.
You can't deny it, lad. Your loyal wolf friend here, he needs a name. How about Timber? Yes, 'tis a perfect moniker.
And here is Timber. For an accessory, this I think could be one of the weaker points of this figure's stuff. He looks well enough. The face sculpt is well painted, and he looks just like the cartoon. Articulation wise, his front shoulders can go in and out a little bit. He's got forward elbow motion up to there, and his paws can rotate a little bit here and there, but not that much. His neck can go up and down a touch. He can rotate here, and he can rotate at his neck, so he's got two points of articulation there. Back legs are really weak. They can go back that far, nothing really up. And I don't know if it's my copy, but he's bow-legged. And his elbow or his back legs can go back that far, up that far. And again, his paws have a little bit of rotation. So that's him. But I wanted to see how he fared against the Classified series. And here we have Super 7's Ultimates Timber next to the Hasbro Timber. This came with the Infantry Commando, and this came with the Arctic one. I can't remember the exact one, but this was the one where Snake Eyes was more like a ninja. And as you can see, the sculpt, at least with these two, the Hasbro versions have much more articulation, where this guy's really just going to stand there. If you're getting him and wanting to articulate him a lot with Snake Eyes, good luck. Alright, so now let's look at the figure himself. And like I said, aesthetically he looks pretty good for looking as close as you can get to the cartoon iteration, which is what Super 7's trying to achieve with this line. I think he looks good. You know, like I said, all the paint on this guy is really well done. What there is, and that's on the shoulders, or I'm sorry, the biceps here with the pouches, the front strap here, and the goggles. Articulation wise, you already kind of know what to expect with Super 7, but let's just go ahead and try this anyway. So he can look up that far, down that far. He can do a 360, so he can get a T-pose. He can go around all the way. We got a bicep swivel. And we have a single jointed elbow that gets you a little bit 90 degrees and also rotates. We already talked about the hands, but we already know that they can go in and out. All 8 interchangeable hands do that and rotate around. So for an ab crunch, for what he has, he doesn't really get that much down or back. Got a waist swivel, legs. We can kind of do a split. We go that far. We can go up 90 degrees. Don't really have anything back. We have a single jointed knee that gets you 90 degrees. We have a boot swivel. And we have an ankle pivot. You can only go up that far. We can go back that far before it breaks the mold. That's it for the articulation. I mean, he can do a couple decent poses, I guess, if you want him to. But you're getting this guy for the looks more than anything else. And there you go. So let's go to final impressions. So final impressions of Super 7 Ultimates G.I. Joe Wave 1 Snake Eyes. Knowing what you're going to get with Super 7, you know articulation is not going to be the high point. It's the aesthetics, it's the look. That's what you're going for when you pick up these figures in this line. And he looks just like he did in the cartoon miniseries. He comes with a fair amount of accessories. High points are that jetpack that can slide on real easily and the default G.I. Joe laser cannon. I'd have to say the weakest point in accessories is Timber. His articulation just isn't there, and mine, the legs are kind of bowed in. So how you see him in here is basically what you're going to see on the shelf. So yeah, I mean, if you're in on this series, if you're in on Super 7, if you picked up some of their other series like Thundercats, Silverhawks, you kind of know what you're getting into with these guys. On a shelf, I think he will have a presence, especially if you have him with other figures in the waves, and you've seen some of the stuff that they're going to be coming out with. I think it's going to be a good collection for those that want that toon aesthetic. That's my impression of them. I'm hoping to earn your trust and your subscription, and you click the notification bell so you know when I put out some new videos. You can also catch me on the Figure Action Podcast every Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with True Starscreamer, Parts Warmer, TM Reviews, Extra Zero. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.